Before I start my presentation, I apologize about girls' pictures in my PowerPoint. Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to speak in front of you today. But first, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is William from PT1 and I'm 13 years old. Now, before I start my presentation genuinely, I want to ask you a question. What did you eat for breakfast and what did you eat for lunch? I assume you ate meat at least once. But from now on, you should eat bugs instead to get rid of the world's hunger problem and save the earth. This is my thesis today. Let's start. You should have heard about the poverty in the world. The hunger in the world isn't cured even though lots of people are donating. A great way for poor people to get food is to consume bugs. Firstly, bugs are easy to get because they breathe 30 times more quickly than cows. Farming insects takes way less land too, so it proves that less money is needed. But the protein you get from insects is much less than eating cows. You can get 12 times more protein than cows from insects. The nature is being overly used by livestock. The manure they eliminate gives off methane gas. 1,190 kilograms of gas per cow is produced, and the fields they live on is made by cutting down forests. On the other hand, the gas and the waste that insects make is much less than a cow, and the space they need to live requires much less, which you can grow them in your own yard, which means you don't have to destroy an ecosystem to make farms. Even though eating insects have much more merit than eating cows, the main reason why most people don't eat insects is because insects look gross and people think the taste would be horrible. I surveyed 20 people in my classmates and 90% said it's gross and 10% said it's fine. This way of thinking causes us to suffer with many hunger, poverty, and environmental damage. Now, I got curious of how many people are already eating insects. 2 billion people, which is about 30% of the world, are already eating insects, and among the 2 billion people, 32% like eating ground beetles, 20% like eating worms, 18% like eating ants and bees, 15% like eating crickets, 15% like eating grasshoppers. The menu this week is ground beetles. Insects are thought to people to be gross, creepy, and disgusting, even though it has much more merits than cows and is considered as a superfood. This way of thinking causes us to suffer with hunger, poverty, and environmental damage. I assert that we should start eating insects. Consuming insects will clear the problems cattle put on the environment, and also it will clear the world's hunger problem. I would assume you to eat bug spaghetti from now on. Thank you for listening to my speech.